Welcome to episode 1466 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, May 21st, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed. Everything you need to know in 40-ish minutes or less. But if you need more, go to patreon.com/hardfactor. Today, Wes has Nigeria taking a new approach at solving their orphan epidemic.
Yeah, it's interesting because 80% accuracy is going to come in very handy on that one because I'm not sure if it's Niger. I'm not sure if it's Nigeria. I don't know how the two are connected. I know they border each other, but very difficult article to read about whether it's Niger, Nigeria, both, or one of
Wes
those.
is bringing you a complex story about the orphan crisis in the Nigeria area to kick off the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I think you figured out how they're connected. By land.
Yeah, but
border there.
It seems that the people of Nigeria have a lot to say what goes on in Niger.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that. That's going to be culturally sensitive. Pat's got a lightning round of other headlines.
We're talking about Boeing. We're talking about Red Lobster. We're talking about the NCAA and death threats. Death threats.
Whoa. Nice. Electric. Some might say
lightning is.
Yeah. Mark's got the world's most hideous portrait of all time.
Yeah, it's not flattering. And it's of someone powerful. So the repercussions might be coming down on this.
Really?
One. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. And I've got a couple PSAs that might make you want to travel to Mars in just as little as 2 months to close it. I mean, just as little as 2 months.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Will.
Happy birthday, Will.
Happy birthday,
thanks, guys.
William.
Thanks.
Happy birthday, Will.
Appreciate it.
How old are you now? 39?
39. Last one before the old over the hill, you know?
Pat's the last guy that's not 39 or older.
Hold strong, Pat.
38. Feeling great.
I'm going to feel a lot better once one of you gets to 40.
Yeah.
Mark's like knocking on there. He's got 4 months.
Yeah. Happy birthday, though, Will. 39.
I know. Thank you. Anybody else? Any other 39 guys midlife crisis kick in yet? Wes, you at 40? Whatever.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Talk about that all day.
I feel mine impending. Maybe I'm already there. I mean, look at me. I look at my hair.
The biggest thing is
I'm probably already there.
The dreams you will not accomplish. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, if by midlife crisis you mean like paralyzing anxiety at certain points of the day, yes.
No, I think you got to do something crazy based on that.
Okay.
That's when the crisis really.
Let's soon.
Dr. Seuss should have written a book. Oh, the things you won't do.
Yeah.
Is not saving for retirement crazy? I think that's what I'm doing. My crisis.
Yeah, it could be it. Everybody has their own form, I think, and so I'm just waiting for mine to drop. And so,
well, let us know when it does.
I will. You probably see it. You maybe already see it, like I'm saying. So
you know what? Here, quick anecdote. Adrian Casada from the Black Pumas was musician salary his whole life, and then he hit it huge. I think at 45. Right?
Rodney Dangerfield.
Dude, Ray Kroc, Dangerfield in our field comedy. Ray Kroc, McDonald's guy, didn't even start stealing from the McDonald's founders until he was like 45. He was like living out of his car. Yeah.
A guy I got lucky enough to interview one time, Billy Bob Thornton, also. Extreme.
We got time.
Well, when did he make Sling Blade?
Yeah, I mean, not a late bloomer in the sack,
1996.
Right?
Okay.
No, he was taking flowers.
No. Early bloomer there, late in professional.
He was born in 55. What's 96 minus 55, Mark?
96 was 55, 44, right?
He was 44.
41.
There you go. 41, Sling Blade.
Exactly.
Wow. But, I mean, he was born in 55. He lost his virginity in 58, probably. Okay.
Young.
That was a dog. I'm just going to take a vial of Angelina's blood and bang her in the limo.
I'll tell you any story you want over endless American spirits and Bud Lights. Well, I don't know if he switched brands after the kerfuffle, but, you know.
Can we transition Will's birthday into a shameless plug to one of our new sponsors?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, Will. Can we do that?
Yeah.
So Throne.com, based out of Austin, had a happy hour with the CEO and like a COO over there. Like they're cool dudes. Great company. They've got like something like $100 million in gifts given out.
Yes.
Usually work with like Twitch streamers but we're the first podcast to work with. So if you go to like throne.com, you have to sign up. I think you have to create an account and say you're like a listener or a fan. And then once you're done that, you type in the search bar Hard Factor. You can go in and you can buy us like stupid gifts from the show. Like there's a bobblehead, Joe Biden bobblehead, and that might be good for Will. Like, I don't know, dog treats. I don't know how that would help the show. I think I put that in there because my dog wants treats. Lights for the show. Microphone.
Is that a computer?
Did we add?
Did
we add Wes's rent? Did we add Wes's rent? I know Wes is not.
The wish list is small, but what you can also do is recommend gifts that you're just going to give us, and we also have it's like crowdfunding. No one's expected to buy a computer, but you can put $10 towards microphones to make the audio quality better. You can buy us funny gifts. I think we're already getting some funny gifts on the way, thanks to Dave Storms. Shout out Dave Storms, and it is anonymous, but we know Dave. He's our fantasy football manager, so we're going to shout him out. And if he wants to shout you out, you will. But also, you can remain anonymous, and then we're just going to use your stuff on air to make our show better. So
we sure will. Just like right now, Mark, if you could minimize that and let us talk to each other here. This analog crystal box came in for me, and I was thinking, oh, birthday present from Throne. No. This is Mark's crystal ball. Okay, look at this. I'm gonna have to get it to him.
Killing some people with that thing.
Look at the size on this crystal ball. It's at least the size of half of my fist, I think. And let me pull it out. I don't want to damage it.
I think this is gonna mess up the whole thing here. You touching it? I think.
I don't think so. I can see right now.
Mark's crystal ball is in my.
I'm going to have a midlife crisis soon. I can see it right now.
Yeah, I'm going to get this over to you. It actually looks fantastic on camera, so I see what they're doing with the tiny size. But Mark's crystal ball coming at him. That's the first Throne gift. So you want to send us crystal balls, other shit like that? Get on it. Get Throne.
Yeah,
I'll take the computer.
Yeah, anything you want to send us that's funny, we'll do stupid shit there. But anyways, that's all the Throne.
All right, well, that's cool. We appreciate the support as always, no matter how you give it. Let's get into some news, guys. Back in March of this year, CBS highlighted the insanity that some citizens are exposed to while they try to live peaceful lives in, let's just say, Nigeria and Niger are the same thing for the purpose of this story. The article highlighted yet another mass kidnapping in Nigeria by what locals there refer to as bandits, which are basically just armed group of assholes trying to overthrow local governments and just wreak havoc. They're like modern day Vikings in Nigeria. And the article stated gunmen have abducted dozens of people from a northwestern Nigerian village. According to two local representatives at the United Nations source, just days after kidnapping more than 250 kids. Remember that? From a school in the same state. It was huge news. They demanded ransom. And that's been going on for a while over there. And these bandits, the article points out, have wreaked havoc for years in northern Nigeria at the border of Niger, where they target villagers, motorists on highways, again, students, and they're out for ransom. But it's not all, ransom. Sometimes they actually kill people, like children's parents. And that makes, when you don't have any parents because bandits killed them, that makes you an orphan of the state. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And what do you do with all these orphans? Well, especially the young girls, who are, of course, extremely susceptible to sexual attacks with nobody there to protect them. Well, the religious leaders in the area of northwestern Niger figured out a solution. So they approached Speaker of the Niger State Assembly, this gentleman, Abdullah Malik Sarkin Daji. They said, hey, Abdullah Malik, we've got over 100 orphaned girls here in Niger because the bandits killed their parents. What do you say we round them all up and then we give them away to men over here? Lots of men up here would love an orphan of their very own as a wife. Let's hold a mass wedding.
That's a great idea.
That is a good idea.
What is this, Afghanistan? No. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. So,
get rid of a lot of problems that they're facing simultaneously. Yeah. So
yeah. And Abdul Malik said, I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not everyone loves it.
What's the word that's more yes than yes?
Yeah.
It's my hat flying off my head. I'm so excited.
Am I smiling? I love it.
Oh, it's messed up. Okay.
So you see, shockingly, not everyone loves it. The legal age to marry in Niger is 18, which I thought was insanely high in many U.S. states.
Insanely high?
Well, as we've covered in the past,
Just high.
for Niger, I thought it was high. Let's just say.
I mean, can you believe this?
Because even in the United States,
he texts Mark's wife. Have you seen the marriage rate in Niger?
Can you believe this shit?
Over under the marriage age in Niger.
Higher than
13.
Texas. Higher than Texas.
Yeah, higher than Texas. Higher than Hawaii. A lot of states, right?
He's got the eye popping emoji.
Wes is like with that text that he's like a heat check guy in the NBA where he takes like a 3, then he takes a little bit of a longer 3. He gets like a reaction, a laughy reaction, and then he takes a half court shot and there's silence.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I was going to bed anyway. Anyway, opponents of this past marriage are like, hey, Abdul Malik, we know that some of these girls are underage, no matter what you say. This is fucked up. Not all these girls want to get married just because they're orphans. Maybe they have dreams and aspirations. And the article supported the claim, saying that 30% of girls and 1.6% of boys in Nigeria, they say, are married before the age of 18, and 12% of girls are married before their 15th birthday. So chances of all these girls being 18, pretty slim. So Nigeria's women affairs.
The legal age is 18 unless they're married.
No, the legal age to marry is 18. Yeah. So
right.
I don't know what the legal age to just give them away is, because that's what they're trying to do.
Probably different. Arranged marriage may have a different subset of laws there. Who knows?
Yeah.
So what's the legal engagement age? Is the question we should be asking.
Right.
Probably 11.
But or this guy, just wants to treat humans as property of the state, and just get rid of them like that. So
So people are pissed off. The Nigeria's Women Affairs Minister, Uju Kennedy Onahaye, she filed a court order to stop this nonsense, and a petition was also erected. And so far, it has over 12,000 signatures of the 15,000 they were trying to get to, including my own, because I don't think they should be handing out orphans. Lots of disappointment. But there are going to be lots of disappointed men over there because, if you're in line to get an orphan, and all of a sudden they say, no orphan for you, you're going to be upset, right?
Imagine breaking the bad news to this guy.
Yeah. I've been excited all day for my orphan. Now they're telling me no orphan.
It's going to cause some problems.
I've been standing in line for 3 hours for my orphan.
Dude, he lobbied for the orphan
go home
giveaway. I mean,
they're going to kill somebody.
But he put a lot of effort into this thing.
I mean, it's one of the biggest letdowns I've ever heard. You're in line for an orphan, and then they say, sorry, the orphan.
How long you been waiting?
Great
I'll
human rights that they stopped it.
Yeah. And Will, the petition and the the petition was successful, so they were able to have a court file an injunction.
A lot of firepower.
They're now trying to figure out what to do with all these orphans, because they're like, well, they said we can't just give them away. I guess we got to figure out.
Now they're starting to see his point, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now what do we do with them? So he's like, hey, I gave you all a solution. We're just going to give them away, and now we're in a pickle because we got 100 girls. So
you don't want to do the marriage? Okay, what's your address? 100 orphans show up outside.
Like a sweepstakes instead of a big check.
I don't know.
I
thought I heard you say no orphan, but I don't believe it. Can you say that again so I can hear you clearly?
Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me when you say no orphan.
I hope he questioned them on what the financial plan was to take care of him for real, because it sounds like they blocked his insane plan, but still don't have a plan.
No, they have no plan. So now these orphans are just sitting there with absolutely no plan.
Why don't they build orphanages?
Well, yeah,
they might not have the money for it or whatever,
They need to at least give these girls, and a lot of these girls, they were looking into whether or not they even consented. Some of them may want to get married, but probably a lot of them don't. They want to just go and maybe get an education and, better their lives, which they have every right to do.
They should have some say, you'd think, in what they, choose to do.
Well, not according to Abdullah Malik. Anyway, good. It's a happy ending because, May 24th was right around the corner. So, sorry to all the guys who waited in line, but no orphan for you. Anyway, guys,
honey, I have bad news.
It was like a Black Friday line for a couple months.
Yeah.
Try cutting that line.
Oh, no. Oh, you get macheted.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Everyone's got a machete in that line.
If you think people get mad over a PlayStation, a new PlayStation,
A human.
Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
higher stakes.
Anyway, guys, sky's out, thighs out, right? Summer
right.
is right around the corner, and our friends over at Chubbies are bringing the good vibrations. Chubbies is a lifestyle apparel brand that makes every moment feel like a vacation. They say fashion is an expression of one's character, so why not let the world know you're down for a good time? Chubbies offers a variety of high-quality men's apparel, from super stretchy shorts and swim trunks and 3 shorts inseam lengths to pants, polos, button-down shirts for when you need to hit up your favorite weekend brunch spot. Embrace the spirit of endless summer with Chubbies, the ultimate destination for bold, vibrant, and outrageously comfortable clothing. They sent us some. Check it out. I'm wearing the Americas. You can see that.
You got the America shorts. Beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, look, every year around 4th of July, I look in my closet and I say, God damn it, I don't have anything to wear. And I end up going to fucking, some shit store, buying the same t-shirt that everyone else has.
Not now.
Unoriginal. Now I'm original. Now, no, not many people are going to have these shorts when I'm walking around.
They're beautiful.
So, yeah, they're great shorts. They're comfortable, show off my legs.
Wes, stand back up. I'm going to
4th
stand for the flag. I'm going to stand
4th
for the
of
flag.
July.
Hand over my heart. That's right. Incredible.
Yeah, that's true.
The stars and the stripes meet right at my penis. Pretty good.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, it accentuates your penis nicely.
Accentuates my penis. Anyway, pair the original stretch shorts with Chubby's lineup of Friday shirts, and now you're cooking with gas. From casual button-downs to retro-inspired prints, these shirts are perfect for kicking back with a cold one or hitting the town with friends. So the swimsuits also feature a lightweight anti-chafe liner, protect your boys all beach season. So whether you're getting dressed for your workday, a workout, or a weekend getaway, Chubbies has you covered. For a limited time, Chubbies is giving our listeners 20% off your order with our code HARDFACTOR at chubbiesshorts.com. That's code HARDFACTOR at chubbiesshorts.com. Support our show and tell them we sent you. Don't blend in with the crowd. Stand out with Chubbies.
Speaking of Chubbies, if you got a Chubby, you could walk around in those and be like, "Uh-oh, looks like we got a new territory."
Right. Because the flag's expanding.
Yeah.
Right. Looks like we just annexed Puerto Rico, officially a state. All right. Guys, I love local news clips. Lightning round. I love local news clips, right? So I love, like, when I'm digging around on a story, I try to go straight to the source. Like, where did this, even if it's a national story, I try to go to the local news station or local publications, because usually, they have the largest interest in covering it. They're the closest to a primary source. So when I saw that the Charleston Police Department had issued a statement on the death of John Barnett, the 62-year-old whistleblower who, quote, committed suicide before his final deposition in the Boeing lawsuit, I went straight to the local Charleston news site. I think it's Live 5. And I don't normally include the pre-roll commercials, right, in a video from a local news station. But this time I decided it was worthwhile, guys. So here's a snippet of a clip from the local Charleston news station, and you're going to hear the pre-roll that played before.
Dog Day Tuesday. Bring your dog to the game on Boeing Military Appreciation Night. Riverdogs.com for tickets.
Today, police say they announced the end of their investigation into the death of a Boeing whistleblower. It is now over.
They believe, like the coroner, John Barnett committed suicide
Investigation
during
over.
a tense deposition against the
There's no
aerospace
way.
giant, which has
awesome.
increasingly faced intense scrutiny over faulty airplane parts, which was the very issue Barnett was trying to warn the world about.
Get your River Dogs tickets now. Tuesdays, bring your dog to the park for Boeing Appreciation Night. Come on.
That was real. You didn't
Swear to God.
You didn't
Straight
do that?
into whistleblower investigation is over because he's deader than a doornail. Brought to you by Boeing. That's
Brought to
amazing.
you by Boeing.
That's
pretty
amazing.
good. Pretty good. All right, guys. So police said they found no evidence of forced entry or struggle inside Barnett's Dodge Ram. The key fob was in his pocket. Charleston coroner's office determined the death was a suicide. Okay.
Yeah, look, I don't want to say for sure that, but you don't have to necessarily knock on the guy's window and hold the gun to his head while he writes a fake suicide note. You could
Was
simply
that
say,
suicide note real? That
Well,
thing-
We're gonna pull it up here. We're gonna
you
pull it
could
up.
simply say we're going to kill your whole family if you don't write a suicide note. You know what I mean? Like
So-
when you're trillionaires, you don't have to just use brute force. You can just be like, we'll kill everyone you've ever known if you don't do it.
Right. So here's what we know. This is new and different. The Charleston Police Department confirmed that the bullet that Barnett killed himself with was fired from the gun he had in his hand, okay, which he legally purchased. It was his gun. There were no fingerprints recovered from the gun. That's fucking weird.
Okay, so it was so he had the gun in his hand that shot the bullet, but it didn't have his prints on it.
Yep, no prints at all.
It was handwritten, though, right? They had to do analysis, right?
We got the note coming up here. And then we're reviewing security footage. Remember, we pointed this out that it was weird saying they got security footage from the day before, but it was like, why didn't they have it from the day of? Here's why. He went into his hotel room alone at 7:36 p.m. on March 8th, stayed for an hour, and then left, okay? And then his truck backs into the parking spot at 8:45, where it remained till the next morning. So he may have killed himself that night. I don't know what the implication is.
Or maybe had help with whoever polished the prints off the gun.
Do they have the audio when he told his family 3 days before that I'm not suicidal, and if I die, it's because they killed me, and I'm not suicidal? Do they have that audio that he?
I don't know if they have that audio. Okay, here's from the suicide note. Whistleblower, and it was written like all different directions and shit all over his piece of paper.
Weird.
Well, when you got a gun to your head, you tend to write a little sloppy.
And over there, and over there.
Right.
Yeah.
So to my family and friends, I finally found my purpose! Exclamation point. I'm at peace. I love you more. Hearts, and then calls out some specific family members. Whistleblower's protector is fucked up too. P.S. The entire system for whistleblowers is fucked up. I wasn't stoned when I wrote this. Really, America, come together or die. Followed by Trump 2024. Pray the motherfuckers destroyed my life. Pay. I pray Boeing pays. Bury me face down so Boeing can kiss my motherfucking ass. Which is
This was the weirdest.
funny.
This was the weirdest suicide note.
Is it possible that the family members' names he was writing down were like, this is a family member you're saving, and they were just reciting his family members' names and addresses, and that's what he wrote them down?
Could be. And then I can't do this any longer enough. That's
Okay, right. So that, and then the no prints on the gun, and then that's the evidence. That's awesome.
Well, he
There you have
did a 180 from saying he's definitely not suicidal 2 days before or 3 days before to being suicidal. That's quite a turnaround.
Unfortunately, he had mental health problems, which further complicates whether or not it was a murder or suicide. Right? He wasn't necessarily always stable. We'll keep you updated. We will keep you updated. Keep America together, Trump 2024. Guys,
That segment was brought to you by Twisted Tea Night at the River Dog Stadium. Brought to you by Boeing.
Yeah, get on down there for Boeing.
Everyone gets a free pen and pad of paper to write whatever they want. Brought to you by Boeing. First 1,000.
Yeah. All right, guys. Red Lobster finally kicked the bucket. They're belly up. They announced bankruptcy, and they're selling all their shit, substantially all of its assets. Remember we covered this maybe 6 months ago, that they really blew it with the all-you-can-eat shrimp promotion for
Dude,
$20.
So easy to eat.
Mm-hmm.
It's so expensive. You can eat
it
1,000 shrimp.
It cost an $11 million quarter loss, quarter one of this year, which they really didn't need to have happen because they were already on the ropes.
11 million taking you out for Red Lobster is embarrassing.
That's so embarrassing, right?
That was the 11 million that broke their back.
National chain and 11 million.
But think about it. How many? I've had shrimp
breaks
twice
your
in the
neck.
past week. I'm about to get mercury poisoning. But I mean, I think I could eat 80 shrimp. No problem.
This is one of the best quotes ever from the NPR article about it. The goal was to get more people in the door, which did happen, but many diners stayed for hours picking at plate after plate of shrimp dishes and critically buying little else. Thai Union, who owns Olive Garden, who'd bought Red Lobster, washed its hands of them in January because of the all-you-can-eat shrimp promotion.
No time limit.
Water and shrimp, please.
They said, we're just going to let our stake in this fucking company go.
Dude, it's a nightmare for servers. It's $20 and they're sitting there for 3 hours. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And seafood, I mean, like a national seafood chain might just not be like that rational in 2024. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a lot of people are saying that, Willie. A lot of people are saying that in like the restaurant industry reports. It might not make sense, but it's a bummer. Red Lobster was the place we went when I was a kid to have a fancy dinner out every time because my mom loved a Bahama Mama or pina colada and all you can eat shrimp.
Cheddar biscuits.
Cheddar biscuits, baby. Finally, guys, NCAA released a report saying 1 in 3 high-profile athletes receive abusive messages from individuals with a betting interest in any particular game. Yeah.
You receive abusive messages. If you have an online profile, you receive abusive messages for anything. For breathing a way that a commenter doesn't like. I mean,
Posting a picture of your family.
This part, yes, that's anything. Just whatever. I mean, like,
there was
that's part of the deal.
A high frequency of death threats during the NCAA tournament in March, March Madness. This is interesting. The NCAA say data showed women's basketball players received approximately 3 times more overall threats than men's players, and at 15% to 25% of the abuse.
She cost me money, and I hate women.
Right. That's where the real degens are. The guys that are betting on women's basketball. That's not a casual bettor who's getting in there. He doesn't like to lose.
I mean, costing someone a multi-leg parlay is approaching take away my orphan status
On a layup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so weird how comfortable like so many dudes are with attacking women in private DMs. It's just like a weird
100%.
That needs to be like a psychological study where we cut that shit out, because it's insane that so many men are comfortable with that.
Do you think those guys regret it? Do you think they have like anger, remorse, or you think they're proud of it? Like,
Kate has only done this one time, but one time this guy sent her such insanely abusive messages, and he had photos of him and his wife on there.
Right.
So she doxed him. But I was like, and every
Well,
woman
she got that lady beat.
That's an influencer who should dox these people
badly.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you should see, like, if you know a female influencer, ask her to see her DMs, and your jaw will hit the fucking ground with the shit.
It is weird. Men are strange, and like they think that, like, they say that you are who you are when nobody's watching, and if that's the case, then a lot of men hate women in America. There are a lot of misogynists.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. Thank you, Pat. Great stuff. Hey, speaking of women, do you know who the richest woman in Australia is?
No.
Why, it's mining billionaire Gina Reinhardt, of course. She's the executive chairwoman of Hancock Prospecting, a privately owned mineral exploration and extraction company founded by her father, Lang Hancock.
Nice.
What a name.
Did you say Hancock or hand?
There's no G. It's H-A-N, like Han Solo cock. Lang Hancock. Hancock.
It's Hancock.
Hancock.
That guy's a rock hound right there.
Lang Hancock.
That would be a great name to choose if you're playing billionaire or porn star. Like, another one's William Ding. What about Li Ka-shing? Kind of sounds like licks a thing. Li Ka-shing. Li Ka-shing.
Cut her guts.
Cut her guts. What about Clint Eastwood?
Clint Eastwood.
All right, anyways, back to Lang Hancock's daughter, mega billionaire Gina Reinhardt.
That's what I was about to say. I guarantee in Australia it's Gina.
Regina.
It's gotta be Gina. No way it's
Gina.
Gina would be nuts. It's Australians. If there's any in the chat, let us know.
It's either Gina or Gina.
Gina, get over here.
China. They say it's J-E-E plus N-U-H.
Okay, Gina.
Okay.
Your name's Gina, not Gina. You reckon? What?
That's tough. I still don't get it. This is why that lady had such a hard time at Thomas Jefferson. As the richest woman in Australia, and she's like the 30th richest person in the world or something like that, she's kind of a big deal, right? So much so that famous award-winning artist Vincent Namachira was commissioned to paint her as part of the prestigious Archibald award-winning exhibition at the Canberra Gallery. And everyone knows that is probably an important award. Also, it's a well-known fact that Namachira first of all, doesn't paint no scrubs, and also doesn't do exhibits. He's not a pimp my gallery type guy.
He's that famous, like where he only does like private commission.
That's
works.
right. Yeah. So here he is. I think I have a picture of him looking pretty serious.
You definitely hit that level as an artist at some point. Like,
he is
that famous,
serious as fuck.
Yeah. Distinguished looking. He's
Aboriginal descent. He's of Aboriginal descent.
That's right, Pat.
Man, that's interesting choice to paint the richest white woman in Australia.
Oh, wait, just wait. Well, so you're right. He hails Pat from northern Australia and in his western Aranda, which is, I couldn't get much information on looking up, but appears to be a very small population of, I'm assuming, Indigenous Australians. There's only 1,000 people that speak the dialect left.
Yeah, the few that survived, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
There's only like a handful left.
There was a mass purging, I mean, it was the Australians, they had some issues with the Indigenous, you wouldn't believe it, just like America did with Native Americans. It's just,
well, the current richest white woman would like in his country wants to wring his Indigenous neck, because this is the portrait of Gina Reinhardt that is currently up in the museum.
Dude, I've never seen a double chin so pronounced in a painting.
He put her nose sideways, bro. Like it's not even on top of her mouth. It's like it's
like a saw mask.
It's like an alcoholic Irish New York cop from the 30s is what her nose looks like.
Yeah.
Namajira's a dirty dog. Ow, ow.
Got her.
And to be fair, look, she's not the prettiest woman in Australia. She might be the richest, but she's not the prettiest, as you can see here.
Oh, but that's still.
I mean, it's.
He painted her like he sees her.
Exactly, Pat. Because apparently, Namit Jira is known for his dry witness paintings, but I've never heard a caricature artist being described as dry. That's wet, fellas. In your face, not even damp, but soaking wet wit.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's some other.
Surprised he didn't paint a picture of his nutsack on the corner of that one.
Do you have other paintings of his?
Yeah, he did like all the famous Australians. He threw in like the Queen is in the bottom left there. Queen Elizabeth, King Charles is up there in the middle. And
okay, so it's
most of them they're all kind of exaggerated, but none of them look as bad as this. Not even close.
Nah, that's
her eye. One eye's at her cheek, the other eye's at her eyebrow.
It's like a Picasso, right? It's not even like it's like he's disfigured the face.
Have you guys seen that trend that's going around where like the couples paint each other and then they reveal it at the end? Ooh. It's like on TikTok and stuff. It looks like one of those paintings.
Yeah, right. Of course, because you suck at painting.
Yeah,
I mean, no, but this takes some skill to do this. Yeah. But
this guy's pro.
He has a very unique style.
Yeah, it's called embarrass rich people.
Yeah, no, she knows that everybody, at the jig's up. If he thought it was like that dry, it's not that dry. Like Mark said.
So she's pissed.
But first of all, before we get to that, what's worse, the Ronaldo statue, or this, right?
100%.
This is the new king.
The Ronaldo statue is an honest mistake. It's just a bad artist. This is an intentional.
Yeah.
Gina fucking.
Yeah. It is. It is China ravaging. So yeah, she's demanding that the painting be removed immediately, and is probably going to have this guy killed. So there's only going to be 999 people speaking Aranda over there soon in Northern Australia. She wants it down. She wants the painting down yesterday.
They should take it down. Get somebody else.
It's too late, Gina.
I mean, he accomplished his goal. He turned her face into a meme.
She's making it worse.
No, 100% making it worse. You just shut your fucking mouth and you just take it like any other person who gets embarrassed.
Shut that double chin of yours up.
It's a real Rolando Negrin situation here.
Or did this dude take it to the press? Knowing, because I mean, like
he knew it was gonna go to the press.
Yeah,
once he put it up, he got to sit back and just enjoy.
Once he put that line under her chin, those 3 lines under her double chin, he knew.
The second chin, it's almost 4 chins because there's an outside chin too. It's like 2 interior chins and then a couple of exterior chins.
Surprised they didn't give her 2 heads. But
looks like the Virginia Tech coach.
Luckily, Frank Beamer. Luckily for this guy,
did he get burned? Did he get burned?
And he was playing with when he was like a teenager or even younger. He was playing with a can of gasoline in a garage, and it went off. And he's had like 150 skin grafts, and he still looks like that. So it's been his whole life. Luckily for this guy, I think Lang Hancock's dead, because that guy would have done something about it.
Yeah,
her dad.
Oh,
her daddy.
Yeah, I mean, he would have beheaded him probably.
Yeah,
that's right.
Anyways,
you know what? If Lang was still alive, that guy might have wanted to get to Mars in just 2 months. Does that interest you guys at all?
Sure.
It's
absolutely.
Hypothetical. Okay, it's hypothetical.
You mean leave in 2 months or get there?
Yeah, just it would take only 2 months to travel to Mars. Just would that interest you if that was a possibility?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the biggest. Other than oxygen, the second biggest hurdle.
Wow. I don't want to go, Will, but I'm interested to see how it goes for people.
Okay. Well, I thought you guys were for sure going to say no.
Yeah.
But would this change your mind if you didn't want to get to Mars in 2 months? What if you were one of the 200 plus men in Ohio who saw this tweet to start their week on Monday? At Breaking 911, public health alert issued after HIV-positive prostitute in Ohio had sex with over 200 plus clients in several states. Quote, this case could stem anywhere from Florida up to the East Coast. Officials said. Guys, describe her mugshot there.
She looks like she has HIV. Will.
Yeah, for sure. Full
no
blown.
teeth.
Yeah. The type of prostitute you pass on.
So 200 plus men said, I knew it.
It's a mix. It's a mix between meth and AIDS there. And Mark, 211 at least men said they ignored those red flags. The actual details. Linda Lessess, 30 years old, had contact sexual. Yeah,
30 years old.
30. That's 30. You'd be surprised. Yeah, that's a hard.
I know
30.
it's not nice to ask a prostitute if she has HIV, but for Linda Lessess, you kind of make it.
This is what happens when it's illegal. You got no testing, none of that shit.
Point, Wes. That's an excellent point, Wes. She had contact with at least 211 clients from multiple states in the 2 years since January 1st, 2022, which is around the time she knew that she had tested positive for HIV and just kept on hooking. Anyways, most of her clients are on the Ohio-West Virginia border. So, getting to Mars in 2 months may not be too bad, right? For those guys.
Bring your HIV there?
Well, maybe you can just, you could just
start
sacrifice
spreading
yourself.
HIV around Mars.
The colony is going to need help.
Right off the bat.
You just somebody's going to have to sacrifice themselves to get the power hooked up somewhere. You can just be that guy.
Now that we're here, did we bring any prostitutes?
Yeah. First things first, let's get everyone HIV. Just make it a little more homey.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Let's give them sharp tools to work with.
That's a hypothetical, anyways. Linda is now in jail in Washington County, Ohio, for felony AIDS hooking, which is actually a crime. Anyway, what's even scarier for some parents is what was going down across the country in Las Vegas on May 11th, where the restaurant chain Dirt Dog put on a free blue. What's that?
Ow.
Yeah, they put on a free Bluey-themed event with over 3,000 RSVPs to the free event. It included games, treats, face painting, and a chance to meet Bluey for the kids, which is that's pretty big, right? I mean,
what town did you say this?
Las Vegas. Las Vegas.
Oh, cool. Yeah, my kid doesn't like Bluey. I know your kid does. I wish my kid liked Bluey because it's such a good show.
It is a good show.
Shit that's out there.
It is, compared to the shit that's out there, it is a great show done by the Australian BBC or whatever. Anyways, kids are obsessed with Bluey. Thousands of families, 3,000 RSVPs. They all show up. And then this was the Bluey. That guy with the bag over his head. And then
this has got the Willy Wonka vibes, right?
That was the Bluey that they encountered at Dirt Dog. And then here he is. He's some kids in the audience literally have better Bluey costumes on than the fucking Bluey that came to the event with 3,000 RSVPs.
He looks like a creep that's creeping on kids that brought a shitty Bluey costume.
Yeah, no, he was creeping the kids out, Mark. In fact, the kids said that they could hear his beer. I guess he had a beer on him, and they could hear it. They could hear it sloshing around or whatever. Yeah,
I'm trying to find the costume. They're like excellent Bluey costumes online.
Oh no. Yeah, so here you go, Pat. I'm not gonna play the audio on this, but check this out. That's what a real Bluey costume looks like. That's what it's supposed to be, like the full-on plush, like a
mascot.
Like a mascot. Yeah, and the kids obviously devastated. The kids' parents complained.
He got the $43 one on Amazon. Is what he got.
But one size too small.
Yep. He was expecting to sell, food to 3,000 people for $49.99 on Amazon, $43.99 Amazon Prime. Anyways, the kids' parents, they all complained to the point of making national news. And then Dirt Dog, though, a smart move, they reminded everyone that those parents signed up to a free event with 3,000 visible RSVPs at a small restaurant. And so now I bet those parents wish that they could get to Mars in just as little as 2 months to escape the wrath of their children. Because that's
fair. You can't complain about a free event. Sorry.
Yeah, no. So your children now are coming after you because you're the one that signed up for the 3,000 RSVP in a small restaurant with the fake Bluey. You're fucked. So you might want to go to Mars in as little as 2 months. And lucky for those parents, guys, it's
To
not
get HIV.
hypothetical. It might be possible.
I gotta ask though, what's worse,
What?
that guy, or you show up and there's like a furry cosplay style Bluey that's not Bluey?
That's more creepy. The kids are happier. You're more creeped out as a parent. But
Furry's better.
Can't see
You're
his
still-
face. That's important.
That is the number one thing as a mascot.
Yeah.
You got to
So
put your kid on a leash.
What are you doing up on here in Mars? You got HIV or you shitty parent?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
That's two options apparently.
I hope furry Bluey's into it. The furries would be a great community. They stick together. They could survive well on the surface of the red planet. But luckily for all these people, if they want to get to Mars in as little as 2 months, it may not be a hypothetical forever because NASA is paying Howe Industries to design a plasma rocket to try and do it, and they think they can as little as 2 months.
What's that thing supposed to do? Just get to Mars?
Get to Mars
Pulsed
fast.
plasma rocket. It's just like once you get out of the atmosphere, this thing is supposed to take you to Mars in just as little as 2 months. Just that. Just a quick trip.
How big is it?
Big enough to get some people to Mars.
Okay.
It's death tube, Mark.
Yeah. I mean, it's the intergalactic version of the Titan sub, but yeah, they're still going to do it. They're trying to get people to Mars in 2 months. So
Looks like the sub that killed everyone going to the Titanic.
It's like you're gonna
yeah,
like
that's the Titan.
missile
Yeah,
yourself into the red
That looks-
planet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
Quick death though.
Yeah. So these people afflicted with, Ohio hooker AIDS, parents who are ducking their kids from the Bluey venom. Yeah. I mean, it's just, anyways, it's an option potentially soon for everybody. 2 months, just as little as 2 months inside a rocket to Mars. You wouldn't believe it. That's the show. Thank you for listening. If you need more Hard Factor, go to patreon.com/hardfactor. But most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking day.